The Outermost Crusade just hit the calendar for Nebula 13, which means we will be fighting against other nebulas very, very soon. In fact, the very first day of December is when the fireworks begin. So let me show you how I've been preparing. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and this video has been sponsored by the makers of Infinite Galaxy. And today, I want to showcase my preparations for the Outermost Crusade, which I thought was going to be much later for our nebula. We're not the first batch of players that are going to do it, but we just got this notification. In fact, I'll show it to you in my mail, showcasing that, hey, wait a minute. Through our tireless efforts, the wormhole structures for nebulas 7, 9, 13, and 14 have temporarily been stabilized. Commanders in those nebulas who meet the conditions can enter the galaxy through the wormhole to explore and crusade. Oh, I guess it's December 2nd. Wait, did I read the calendar wrong? Maybe I did. No, I think it starts the 1st and the 2nd. I think we got 2 days. 2 days of this. Maybe the first day is just a warm-up day. Anyways, if I go back to that notification, I mean, you can see, no matter how you slice it, it's happening really, really soon, along with the wormhole space-time structural strengthening project being underway. Commanders from more nebulas will have a chance to crusade in the outermost galaxy. Okay, so I am definitely hyped for this, and I have been preparing. In fact, let me show you what I did in the last Galaxy Star, where, by the way, I got first place. I mean, I dropped pretty much everything I had to give into that Galaxy Star to get first place and also to be ready for exactly this moment. I like to use the Galaxy Star as my time to prepare and also get a few extra rewards. So, what did I do? First and foremost, I built up a ton of frigates. Do I have enough T10 frigates? I'm going to go with definitely not. Do I have more T10 frigates than I did before? Yes, in fact, I built more than an entire fleet worth, which definitely is going to be relevant for me. And of course, in order to accommodate that, I had to make a few changes to the way that I have my outfitting set up. I have gone all freaking in, baby. All in on the frigate plan. Now, in fairness, I don't really have enough of these suckers yet. I don't have enough T10 frigates. I have to train more at some point. I thought I'd have more time. But then, you know, the Outermost Crusade it's here, baby. So what do I have here? I have 4 level 9 legendary kinetic annihilator cannons. I've got a level 10 kinetic energy cannon. And of course, it's the Artemis Titan combo that I'm using. All of these are level 10 right over here, kinetic energy cannons. And I've got some secondaries here giving me hit points and shields. I've got some hit points and armor, some extra armor over here for my warships. So I've got some other stuff there, and I have been holding on to a bunch of epic patterns so that when I get my buildings leveled up just a little bit more, and I can get level 11 outfitting, that I can take all of my epic outfitting straight to level 11. I don't think I'll have that for this first Outermost Crusade, but I'm doing what I can. I'm getting there, and I feel pretty good about all that. In terms of the amount of stats you get, I mean, if I have more legendary patterns, I'd really like to have another level 9 legendary weapon here instead of getting to a level 11 epic. And you can see, by the way, that just from a stat standpoint, if I had, you know, more of these at lower level, I will get more stats than if I have max level epics. So I made a dedicated video about that. I've talked about that in a number of places, but I'll have a card up in the top because that is probably my most technical and valuable video that I have created about outfitting, and I think it'll help you out a lot. The other thing I went and I did is I started to level up my captains a little bit. I've taken my Michael Flamingo up to 25, and I've got Laura as the secondary captain. She is up to level 20, so I'm starting to boost this up a little bit here. I probably will drop some more levels into my flagships. I mean, like, I probably should just level up the Titan to 54 now. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to bang that out. I have the cores. I'll figure out what else I'll level up in the final moments beforehand, just leading up to the Outermost Crusade. But I do have other flagships and combos that I will be bringing, and I expect to use all my warships in this game mode. In fact, I expect to run out of T10 frigates to switch back to my old missile-based outfitting, probably, and then run my T9 frigates. I expect that's what I'll do, but hey, look, my cruisers, man, they're no joke. My Cyclops is 14-1. I mean, it's pretty freaking legit. My Hephaestus, it's 10-3. It's pretty legit. The outfitting here is all my missile outfitting, which again is very awkward. Also, I have a little bit of kinetic outfitting left over somehow from all the shenanigans of reworking my gear. When I bring cruisers, it's going to be that Cyclops Hephaestus combo. I do have 2 captains at level 15. That is Captain Goodman. Oh, and I guess Rich is only level 10. So they are low level. You may be wondering, well, Chisgule, where did you put your crew experience? Don't you worry. I'll show you where all that crew experience went. My final flagship pair that is in a good place is a 10-3 Hades with a 11-1 Poseidon. I've got captains here as well. That is a level 15 Amelia Irving and a level 10 John Smith Connor. My outfitting here is, again, pretty mixed up. And at some point, I will need to invest patterns. I will need to invest materials into fixing this up. I might even do this sooner than later because I think that the laser-based weapon materials don't overlap overly much with the kinetic-based weapon materials. But I've even got one of these missile-based weapons all the way down over here, which really doesn't make any sense. So I've got to make some swaps here. Also, my Poseidon is now high enough level that I can put another piece of outfitting over here. So I'm definitely going to have my work cut out for me. And depending on how deep I'm going to go into my roster, I will have to go in and start to make more blue outfitting. I think that would be pretty reasonable. But for now, I am very, very focused on having one killer fleet and having a ton of warships for that one fleet. I need more resources. I have the speed ups. I can train up a bunch more of these T10 frigates. As soon as the next Galaxy Star comes around, I just keep saving up my resources and I'll be in a pretty good spot for that. Along those lines, I made a few upgrades to my buildings, which I think really will help out. The first of those is actually the military headquarters to level 30. That gave me 800 more fleet leadership limit. Hello, baby. Yes, please. It was a small amount of resources. It was a great upgrade. I also am looking at the flagship dock, and I'm like, man, if I had more resources, I'd really like to update that flagship dock so I can level up more on my flagships. Because you see, I've got the energy cores, but I don't want to max level my flagships and then not be able to level them anymore from going and battling pirates. So for now, I'm saving up resources. I'd like to be able to do this flagship dock. It's kind of a weird toss-up, though, between actually training more frigates and upgrading the flagship dock. I think the winner here is going to be actually training more frigates. From the research standpoint, there is more military research I'd like to do, obviously. Like frigate shields, yeah, I mean, I'd like to boost this, but nearly 1 million plasma and 2 million nickel, I mean, I need that for other things right now. So for now, I'm kind of pumping the brakes on research and really heavily focused on just more warships. More warships. Can you say more warships? Because that's really where I need to be. Now, last but not least, I've gone in and I really made some big invests in my crew. It is in a very solid spot here. I now have several level 30 legendary crew, which I feel very, very strong about. That was a good choice. I also started to invest more in Zhen Wenzhou. I kind of bit the bullet and I said, you know what? Command ain't half bad. It really isn't. So in terms of spaceport points, I mean, I have a bunch of fleet leadership limit. I have a bunch of navigate speed and more navigate speed for hitting route layout 3. That's 6% more navigate speed. So I feel pretty good about how far I advanced my command points. I ideally would have advanced my combat points just a little bit further. The milestone I really need to get is warship attack 10% for all warship types. Yeah, that seems really good. But to get there, I think I'm going to need 30 more points in order to accomplish that, which is going to be a little bit rough. 30 more combat points when I don't have the experience. It is what it is. I'm close to that. And technically, it's only 25 more points. And I can finally get there, man. So close. I am, by the way, because I'm switching my warship types still between T10 and T9, I'm just going to leave my crew kind of like this. At some point, I will consider making Aldrich Chase Corey, for example, a captain instead of having him in my crew formation. For now, though, he can stay there, and I feel pretty good about that. And when I get a look at my tech points, this is in a pretty good spot. The thing that I really wanted to get to is all the way up here. Total warship hit points of 15%. That's the top talent that I wanted to get. I also have kind of boosted my damage a little bit between kinetic and missile because I know I'm going to be switching back and forth between my two different types of frigates. I feel like that's a pretty solid invest. And wherever there was a choice of like, what warship type am I prioritizing, I tried to put the emphasis on frigates. Last but not least is my logistics points, which really are borderline irrelevant, I feel, for combat. I don't know how relevant they will be for the Outermost Crusade, but I do have repair cost reduction. I have navigate speed, and I feel like those are really good. And the rest is really designed for my logistics crew to get resources because, man, until I'm freaking done teching up and doing all my buildings and doing all my research, I guess I already said teching up. So training all my warships, doing my research, doing my buildings. Until I'm done with all that, I need the resources. And so my logistics build is where my crew sits most of the day when I'm not battling pirates. And this is in a pretty good spot. I need a few more points until I can get the last all resource gather up or all resource speed gather up. That would be a nice little boost to have, quite frankly. And maybe I should have prioritized some experience here instead of for my wartime crew. But, you know, look, I'm about to go battle. I got to have the wartime crew ready, and it is ready. For now, my core module is still in a gathering-based build. Once I'm done with resources, I will consider flipping this over. In fact, I will definitely flip this over to be a full wartime build, so mostly weapon tree with remaining points going into commander tree. That's the way I would swing it. And of course, these 5 points feel like a no-brainer to me. Like 5 points for 500 fleet leadership limit. Yes. Sign me up. And like, what is it up here? There's more leader. Yeah, 1,000 leadership limit up here. That seems aspirational that one day I'll get there, but we'll see. I think that once your flagships get to level 60, the different things here that boost flagships actually become super relevant. But until that time, you know, I'm really not all that worried about it for now. I aspire to get all the way up to the increased total attack of warships and also the increased total hit points of warships. That is the landing zone where I want to get to. If you're hyped for the Outermost Crusade like I am, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing. I'm going to cover that on the channel, either through videos or streams, depending on how it's going. We'll see. And if you definitely want to see a stream for that, certainly let me know down below in the comments, and that's something I will get a look at. I do read all the comments, even though I don't always have time to respond to every single one of them. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. If I missed any preparations that you think I should be doing, leave a comment down below. I think my game plan is to try to spend more of my energy if I can. I spent a lot of it during the Galaxy Star, but I still have more than I need to jam out there. Yeah, I'll see you real soon for the Outermost Crusade.